Selective display. You choose when to assert, when to withdraw, when to appear uncertain. This variation disrupts calculation. Others can't lock onto a stable model of you. Without a model, they hesitate. Controlled weakness also disarms expectation. People anticipate resistance from strength. They don't anticipate patience from capability. When you don't react the way they expect, they're script. Not filling gaps. They begin explaining themselves. They offer concessions prematurely. This approach requires discipline. Ego wants recognition. Pride wants clarity. But revealing too much too soon collapses the advantage. The goal is not to win early. The goal is to collect leverage quietly. When used correctly, controlled weakness turns the observer into the driver. You're no longer responding to pressure. You are shaping it. Others reveal limits while you conserve yours. Others rush while you stabilize. Machiavelli understood that the most dangerous person in the room is not the loudest. It is the one whose full capacity remains until it matters. The assumption, you start controlling the frame. Number 3, why explaining yourself makes you lose. Machiavelli warned against unnecessary honesty, not because truth is harmful, but because explanation shifts control away from you. The instant you begin justifying actions, motives, or decisions, you surrender authority over interpretation. What started as clarity becomes an opening. What felt like transparency turns into leverage for the other side. Explanations invite evaluation. Once you explain, others feel entitled to judge whether your reasoning is valid, sufficient, or acceptable. This changes the dynamic. You are no longer acting from position. You are seeking approval. Dirty players recognize this immediately. They don't argue your outcome. They dissect your reasoning, because reasoning can be twisted. Every explanation creates structure. Structure creates angles. Angles create opportunities. The more detail you provide, the more material exists to challenge, distort, or weaponize. Dirty players are not listening to understand. They are listening to extract. They wait for inconsistencies, emotional language, or gaps they can reframe. Silence operates differently. Silence offers no surface to attack. It cannot be edited, quoted, or selectively remembered. What remains unsaid cannot be reframed against you. Machiavelli understood that withholding commentary preserves ambiguity, and ambiguity protects power. When others cannot fully interpret your intent, they hesitate to move aggressively. Explaining also reveals priorities. When you justify, you expose what matters to you, what you fear being misunderstood about, and where pressure affects you most. Dirty players study these signals. They adjust future tactics around them. What you thought was honesty becomes a roadmap. There is also a psychological shift that occurs once you begin explaining. You feel invested in being understood. This investment makes you reactive. You start correcting interpretations, clarifying tone, defending intent. Each response pulls you deeper into their frame. The conversation stops being about facts and becomes about narrative control. Machiavelli observed that authority rarely explains itself. It announces decisions, not rationales. This is not arrogance, it is positioning. When you act decisively without over-commentary, others adjust around you. When you over-communicate, others test boundaries. Dirty players often provoke explanations deliberately. They question, imply confusion, or express mild disagreement. Not to gain clarity, but to prompt you into revealing more than necessary. Once you start, stopping feels awkward. The trap closes quietly. Silence forces others to project. In the absence of explanation, they fill gaps with assumptions. Those assumptions reveal more about them than about you. Their tone shifts, their patience thins, their discomfort grows. This reversal places pressure back where it belongs. This does not mean becoming evasive or deceptive. It means understanding that not every action requires commentary. Not every decision, not every move benefits from transparency. Discernment replaces impulse. Machiavelli understood that the less you explain, the fewer handles exist for manipulation. When you speak only when necessary, each word carries weight. When you explain constantly, words lose authority. Power is preserved not by saying more, but by choosing when silence is stronger. Number 4. Dirty players never attack. They position Machiavelli observed that direct confrontation is rarely the preferred move of those who understand influence. Open attacks create resistance, visibility, and risk. Positioning, however, reshapes outcomes without friction. Dirty players don't push you into conflict. They place you inside circumstances where any response works against you. Instead of accusing, they suggest. Instead of opposing, they frame. Instead of challenging, they arrange conditions that limit your options. You are not forced to act. You are guided into acting. And once you respond, the environment has already been designed to make you appear impatient, emotional, or unreasonable. Positioning relies on context, not force. Dirty players understand that perception is formed by surroundings, timing, and comparison. They wait until others are present. They choose moments when you are rushed, tired, or under pressure. They introduce variables quietly, then step back. When tension rises, they remain calm, allowing contrast to work in their favor. Machiavelli understood that reputation is rarely destroyed by accusation. It erodes through implication. When someone appears consistently composed while you appear reactive, observers draw conclusions without needing instruction. Dirty players don't need to discredit you openly. They let patterns do the work. This is why defending yourself loudly often backfires. Defense confirms the frame that something needs defending. The more energy you invest in correcting perception, the more attention you draw to it. Dirty players rely on this instinct. They expect you to rush in and clarify. They expect emotional urgency. That urgency becomes evidence. Positioning also works through role assignment. You are cast into a part before you speak. The complainer, the difficult one, the impatient one. Once the role is established, every action is interpreted through that lens. Dirty players don't argue facts. They manage labels. Machiavelli advised understanding the stage before reacting on it. If you don't recognize how a situation is arranged, you will mistake manipulation for coincidence. You will respond to surface behavior while ignoring the structure beneath it. That structure determines outcome long before dialogue begins. The counter is not aggression. It is composure and observation. When you slow down, you disrupt the design. When you refuse to perform the expected role, the script weakens. When you respond minimally, the contrast disappears. Positioning fails when there is no reaction to amplify. Dirty players depend on predictability. They need you to defend, explain, or emote on cue. When you don't, they lose control over narrative flow. The environment they built stops working. Observers begin to notice inconsistencies. Machiavelli understood that power operates invisibly when allowed to. The strongest response is often restraint. Let context speak without your interference. Let patterns reveal themselves. Let silence deny momentum. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I choose position.
Bro, you've been on your phone all day. What are you even doing?
It's nothing. Playing other games.
This is the best side hustle of 2025.
Number 5. Why fairness is a trap. Machiavelli understood that fairness feels safe because it offers moral comfort, not because it guarantees balance. People cling to it, believing outcomes will correct themselves over time. This belief collapses the moment one side abandons the rules while the other remains loyal to them. Fairness only functions inside shared agreement. Outside of that, it becomes a vulnerability. Dirty players recognize when someone is committed to equal treatment regardless of context. They exploit that commitment by stepping outside boundaries while expecting you to stay inside them. You hesitate, they advance. You calculate ethics, they calculate advantage. The mismatch determines the result before any exchange finishes. The trap of fairness is not kindness, it is rigidity. When you insist on equal standards in unequal environments, you remove your ability to adapt. Dirty players rely on this. They know you will hesitate to escalate. They know you will avoid appearing excessive. They know you fear being seen as unjust more than being disadvantaged. Machiavelli saw that justice without enforcement is symbolic. It communicates values, but produces no consequence. Dirty players are unmoved by symbols. They respond only to cost. When behavior carries no price, it repeats. When imbalance creates comfort, it deepens. Fairness also delays decision-making. While you assess what is appropriate, others act on what is effective. This delay is not neutral. It transfers momentum. Dirty players understand tempo. They move while others deliberate. By the time fairness is considered, the situation has shifted. There is also a psychological reward tied to fairness. It allows people to feel superior while losing position. This is why many intelligent individuals remain trapped. They confuse moral satisfaction with strategic success. Machiavelli warned against this illusion. Power does not recognize intention, it recognizes outcome. Playing accurately is different. Accuracy responds to reality as it is, not as it should be. It adjusts to behavior, not ideals. When someone crosses a line, accuracy responds proportionally, not politely. It introduces consequence without apology. It does not seek balance. It restores leverage. Dirty players often accuse others of being unfair when control is threatened. This accusation is strategic. It triggers guilt. It pressures you to retreat into restraint. Machiavelli understood this tactic well. The moment you begin defending fairness, you abandon advantage. Accuracy does not mean excess. It means precision. It means choosing responses that correct imbalance without drama. It means understanding when restraint serves you and when it serves the other side. It means knowing that rules are tools, not anchors. Once you release the need to appear fair to those acting in bad faith, clarity returns. Decisions simplify. Boundaries solidify. Others adjust quickly when they realize behavior carries consequence. Dirty players respect enforcement, not ideals. Machiavelli did not dismiss justice. He contextualized it. He understood that without power, justice is decoration. With power, it becomes structure. When you stop confusing fairness with strength, you stop losing quietly. Number 6. The psychology of delayed response. Machiavelli observed that speed often disguises itself as confidence, while patience is mistaken for hesitation.
Yeah, what to unload this shit up?
In reality, immediate reactions frequently serve the other side more than they serve you. Dirty players rely on urgency. They push for quick answers, fast decisions, and instant emotional engagement because momentum reduces your ability to choose deliberately. A delayed response disrupts expectation. When others anticipate reaction and receive stillness instead, uncertainty forms. That uncertainty creates internal pressure. Minds begin racing to fill the gap. Motives are questioned, strategies are reconsidered, the silence becomes active, even though nothing is being said. Dirty players are conditioned to manage situations through pace. They provoke, then watch for speed. Quick replies reveal priorities, emotional triggers, and tolerance thresholds. Delay removes these signals. Without feedback, they lose orientation. The advantage quietly shifts. Machiavelli understood that time amplifies imbalance. Those who rush leak information. Those who wait gather it. A pause allows you to observe shifts in tone, escalation attempts, or backtracking. What was initially confident often becomes restless. What was calculated begins to wobble. Delayed response also reverses emotional gravity. The person who waits controls attention. Others begin wondering what is being considered, what is being prepared, or what they may have misjudged. Anxiety grows in the absence of confirmation. This anxiety weakens position without confrontation. Importantly, delay is not avoidance. It is intentional withholding. Dirty players expect friction or compliance. They rarely anticipate composure without explanation. This composure interrupts their script. They cannot proceed confidently without knowing where you stand. The pause denies them that clarity. Machiavelli noted that pressure reveals character over time. When reactions slow, impatience surfaces, repeated follow-ups appear, tone sharpens, attempts to regain control increase. Each attempt exposes intent. Delay turns the other side into the performer. There is also a reputational effect. Those who respond instantly appear reactive. Those who choose timing appear measured. Observers notice this contrast. Authority is associated with control over pace, not volume of response. Delayed reactions signal self-command. Many people fear that waiting looks weak. Dirty players encourage this fear because it benefits them. In reality, restraint communicates confidence. It suggests options. It implies evaluation rather than defense. Machiavelli understood that power is felt when it is unhurried. Delay also protects against manipulation through emotion. When feelings are given time to settle, clarity replaces impulse. Decisions made after pause are harder to redirect. Dirty players depend on emotional immediacy. Remove that, and their influence fades. The goal is not to stall indefinitely. It is to choose timing that maximizes leverage. Respond when information is sufficient. Move when pressure has shifted. Act when others are already exposed. Now, I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments. I control the pace.
Sue the person who hit you after a car accident. I just got $100,000 for an accident I was in last month, and I didn't sue.
I control the pace. Number 7. Why they try to confuse your identity. Machiavelli observed that control becomes effortless once a person loses internal certainty. When someone no longer trusts their own direction, they begin looking outward for confirmation. Dirty players understand this deeply. Instead of attacking behavior, they target self-concept. Once identity becomes unstable, resistance collapses without force. This tactic rarely appears aggressive. It arrives as commentary, subtle remarks, comparisons to a past version, statements framed as concern. The goal is not correction, it is disorientation. When someone begins questioning whether they are acting in character, they slow down, they hesitate, they second-guess instinct. Identity confusion creates friction inside the mind. Energy that should be used for observation gets redirected towards self-evaluation. Dirty players exploit this shift. While you are busy wondering whether you are being reasonable, they continue moving forward. Machiavelli understood that stable identity creates consistency under pressure. When individuals know who they are and what they stand for, external influence weakens. Dirty players attempt to fracture that stability. They imply deviation. They suggest loss of authenticity. They frame change as decline. This manipulation works because most people tie self-image to external validation. When others challenge that image, discomfort arises. The desire to correct perception activates. Behavior becomes reactive. The person tries to prove alignment with the past rather than acting in the present. Confusion also disrupts boundary enforcement. When someone doubts their own stance, they hesitate to assert limits. Dirty players recognize this hesitation and apply pressure precisely there. They don't need to overpower. They simply wait for uncertainty to do the work. Machiavelli saw that rulers fell not from attack, but from loss of clarity. Once identity fractured, decisions became inconsistent. Inconsistency invited challenge. Challenge invited collapse. The same principle applies on a smaller scale. Internal division weakens external position. The defense is internal anchoring. Identity must be defined privately, not socially. When values and direction are self-established, external commentary loses power. Others may question, but doubt does not take root. Decisions remain grounded. Dirty players rely on the assumption that you need agreement to proceed. When that assumption fails, their leverage disappears. You are no longer guided by approval or disapproval. You act from alignment, not reassurance. This does not mean rigidity. Growth involves change. But change chosen intentionally is strength. Change induced through confusion is weakness. Machiavelli understood the difference. He warned against letting others define who you should be in moments of pressure. When identity is anchored internally, manipulation becomes visible. Attempts to destabilize feel obvious rather than persuasive. You recognize the tactic and disengage emotionally. Without emotional access, influence fails. The strongest position is not constant certainty, it is self-trust. When you trust your internal compass, external noise fades. Dirty players lose the ability to guide behavior because there is nothing loose to pull. Clarity is not loud, it is steady, and steadiness makes manipulation expensive. Number 8. The most underrated weapon, inconsistency. Machiavelli understood that stability comforts observers, but uncertainty unsettles those seeking control. When behavior becomes too consistent, weapon, inconsistency. Machiavelli understood that stability comforts observers, but uncertainty unsettles those seeking control. When behavior becomes too consistent, it turns into a pattern others can anticipate. Anticipation creates planning. Planning creates leverage. Dirty players rely on this sequence. They do not fear strength. They fear unpredictability. Controlled inconsistency is not disorder. It is selective variation. It means choosing when to be available and when to be distant, when to engage and when to withhold. This variation disrupts expectation. Others cannot settle into a reliable rhythm around you. Without rhythm, influence weakens. Dirty players thrive on prediction. They test reactions, map habits, and measure response time. Once they understand your default behavior, they design approaches around it. Inconsistency breaks that design. When reactions shift without explanation, calculation fails. Machiavelli favored irregularity because it creates psychological friction. People become cautious when outcomes vary. They slow down. They question assumptions. They hesitate before acting. This hesitation returns control to you without confrontation. Predictable behavior also invites entitlement. When people know what to expect, they begin assuming access. They expect replies, availability, and accommodation. Inconsistency interrupts entitlement. It reintroduces boundaries without announcement. Dirty players often interpret consistency as obligation. They push against it, knowing you will respond the same way each time. Irregularity removes this advantage. When access is not guaranteed, behavior adjusts. Respect increases quietly. Inconsistency also protects information. When responses are uniform, others infer intent. When variation exists, intent remains unclear. This ambiguity prevents strategic targeting. Dirty players cannot plan effectively without understanding how you will react. Machiavelli understood that control requires familiarity. The less familiar you become, the harder you are to manipulate. This does not mean chaos. It means refusing to offer a fixed version of yourself to everyone. Many people fear that inconsistency appears unstable. Dirty players exploit this fear. They pressure others into maintaining predictability by labeling variation as unreliable. In reality, controlled inconsistency signals autonomy. It communicates choice. The key is intentionality. Randomness without purpose creates confusion. Variation with awareness creates power. Each shift should serve positioning, not impulse. Machiavelli emphasized control over appearance, not abandonment of discipline. When inconsistency is applied correctly, others adapt to you instead of you adapting to them. They wait, they observe, they hesitate. The advantage reverses. You are no longer reacting within their frame, they are adjusting within yours.
And I tried a 3-minute cybersecurity game, and it showed my strengths and the $70,000 to $120,000 salary range. Try it and see if the cybersecurity can be your thing.
You are no longer reacting within their frame, they are adjusting within yours. I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments. I am unpredictable. Number 9. Why walking away creates fear. Machiavelli recognized that disengagement unsettles those who depend on reaction. Dirty players expect involvement. They anticipate argument, defense, or explanation. Participation confirms relevance. When you remove yourself, the structure they rely on collapses. Walking away denies reinforcement. Without response, effort loses purpose. Dirty players measure influence by attention received. When attention disappears, uncertainty replaces confidence. They begin questioning effectiveness, timing, and impact. Absence disrupts narrative control. As long as you remain present, others shape interpretation. They assign motives, frame intentions, and guide perception. When you leave, that control weakens. There is no immediate behavior to reinterpret. Silence creates a vacuum. Machiavelli understood that presence equals access. Access allows pressure. Removal blocks leverage. When you disengage, you deny opportunities for provocation, escalation, or extraction. Dirty players lose their stage. Walking away also signals self-sufficiency. It communicates that outcomes do not depend on engagement. This challenges assumptions. Dirty players often believe others need resolution, closure, or validation. When that need is absent, their influence arises from often maintained through dependency. When others rely on response, negotiation, or acknowledgement, influence persists. Walking away breaks dependency. It demonstrates autonomy without confrontation. Many people remain engaged out of habit. They believe participation equals strength. Dirty players encourage this belief because it benefits them. In reality, restraint communicates confidence. Withdrawal communicates choice. Walking away also preserves energy. Engagement drains focus. Disengagement restores clarity. When you step back, perspective returns. You observe from distance rather than reacting from within. This repositioning weakens external influence. There is also a reputational shift. Those who disengage calmly appear unbothered. Those seeking reaction appear invested. Observers notice this contrast. Authority gravitates toward those who do not chase outcome. Machiavelli understood that fear is not always loud. It often appears as confusion, second-guessing, or hesitation. Walking away creates all three. Dirty players are left without confirmation that their tactics worked. That doubt lingers. This does not mean permanent disappearance. It means choosing when presence serves you. Engagement should be strategic, not habitual. When walking away becomes an option, leverage returns. The strongest signal you can send is not resisting when presence serves you. Engagement should be strategic, not habitual. When walking away becomes an option, leverage returns. The strongest signal you can send is not resistance, it is indifference. When others realize they cannot provoke, persuade, or pressure you into engagement, they reconsider their approach. Walking away removes their audience, their leverage, and their narrative. What remains is uncertainty, and uncertainty breeds caution. Power does not need to argue. Sometimes it simply exits. Number 10. The final Machiavellian truth. Machiavelli never promised harmony.
Hey, shout out to Machiavelli, man.
Peace is temporary, but position endures. Those who seek constant resolution place themselves in vulnerable
This
cycles.
game is impeccable, bro. I've been needing it. I've been needing it since I was 13 years
The final truth
old.
is not about winning exchanges. It is
What
about
he's saying, man, I've been feeling it in my soul,
Dirty
my
players
spirit,
operate
forever.
with
I'm
access
finally doing
exists.
something about it.
They provoke
BD.
where reaction is likely. They invest energy where influence is possible. When those channels close, effort stops. Machiavelli recognized that true power is not confrontation. It is cost. When interacting with you becomes expensive, behavior changes. Becoming untouchable does not require dominance. It requires self-command. When reactions are measured, explanations are minimal, and engagement is selective. Others adjust. They test less. They push less. They redirect attention elsewhere. Influence fades naturally. The goal is not control over others. It is control over self. Once that is established, external manipulation loses traction. Dirty players thrive on emotional access. Remove access, and tactics weaken. Without feedback, pressure cannot calibrate. Machiavelli understood that position is maintained through consistency of principle, not predictability of behavior. Values remain stable. Expression varies. This balance confuses those seeking leverage, while grounding those observing. Untouchability also alters reputation. People sense when boundaries exist without being announced. They feel that engagement is optional, not reactive. This perception changes treatment. Interactions become cautious. Behavior moderates. Many believe respect is demanded. Machiavelli observed that it is earned indirectly. When you do not chase outcomes, outcomes chase you. When you do not argue narratives, narratives dissolve. When you do not defend identity, identity stabilizes. The final truth is simple but difficult. Power is not loud. It is quiet alignment. It adjusts environments rather than reacting within them. Identity stabilizes. The final truth is simple but difficult. Power is not loud.
that. We're gonna grow some radish. It's not the right season to grow wheat right now. We're gonna grow this radish. We're gonna harvest it after it's done growing, so we can do some get my thoughts right. Gonna grow some radish, and then after that we're gonna harvest it to produce some profit. So meanwhile, I actually do need to oh, shoot. What is it? I forgot the word. What's the name? What is the word? What is the word? I can't think of it right now. I'm gonna use this to help me. Is it? We're gonna use a pretty much we're gonna cultivate our fields. This harrow the field all over again. This harrow the field. Pretty much that's what it does. This harrow. Pretty much what it does is just cultivate it, start all over, and destroy the crops for the next season of growth of seeds, or what type of seeds we might be growing. Right now we cultivating the field, and then we're going to be planting some I think it's radish. You're going to be planting some radish. That's going to be the next crops for this season of growth. And we're going to turn into some profit, probably make some probably sell some goods and turn into some goods, get more profit out of it. Depending on how I feel, if I want to do all that, but I pretty much like to stick to the basics. But I need to get out of my comfort zone and start exploring the limits of this game, because it is a lot to do on here. I guess I can use another tractor for that. So right now we are what is it? What the heck is it? I could say right now we're using the seeder. Still not ready for this work or this work already worked. Okay, this field is okay. Cool. This field is done. This field is done. Now the next field we're gonna see field 5. I'm gonna start seeding field 5. While our cultivators over there is cultivating their field, so we can OC radish plant or OC radish or field 3. Trying to figure out what the heck is going on right quick. That field 4 is done. We gonna field 5. Field 3 is being cultivated. Yeah. This is field probably should have used fertilizer first on these fields, but I could use fertilizer on fields where you just get a better, more experience with your eyes. Yeah, I'm thinking about taking them to multiplayer, and you know, depending on how I feel, like run out of things to do. Yeah, man. This is the John Deere 9RX 640. This is what it looks like. This is the interior. Farming Simulator is pretty evolutionizing over the past few years. Getting better, but still got the same stylistic effect and feeling to it, which I still like. Want to not change anything about it, but it's getting better. Well, realistic eye movement controls, realistic movements on here, stuff like that. That's really the reason why I like Farming Simulator. It's a realistic game. I'm really into realistic games, such as pretty much saying I'm into something. I'm into simulators. Big fan of simulators. Big fan of simulators, bro. I'm a simulator. I want to be a simulator, you know? BD. Like simulators. This tractor is not handling this cultivator. Not handling this thing at all. It's slow. It probably should use different machinery for this one. I guess I can let it take my do his time, take his time to feel, I guess. I wonder if I can still fertilize the field after I done seeded it already. Let me go find out, check out what that is. What that's all about. I think I got the fertilizer over here. Over across the street by the farm. I think it's over here. It should be over here. But this method of fertilizing the field is we will be using manure. And yeah, I think the manure is it's a manure spreader. So we got the USD 235 dynamic manure spreader. Let me see what that does. Hopefully I could manure the fields after I done seeded it already. I probably need to refill on some more manure. Manure probably not gonna get us anywhere, so just sustain our fields. I guess cows are they're doing pretty decent. They need to ship more, but the pig manure is that. Yeah, the pig manure, like, it got way. What is that? What is that? What is that? What is that? See what that is. So this is knowledge up. I think. Okay. Silo extensions. Okay, manure heap extension. Okay, we're gonna go to check the other manure heap. The other pig manure heap. Cow manure heap is I'm not pleased with it. Not a lot. But we gonna see what this does. It's almost done. The other harvester on field is almost done, so I get to tend to that shortly. Okay, cool. So this is the JCB 54170 Harder Pro. This is a front end loader, I'm pretty sure. Let me see something real quick. I'm pretty sure it's a front end loader though. No, this is not a front end loader. This is a front end loader. Wheel loaders. Telehanders. Yeah, okay. This is a telehander. JT telehander. Yeah, what? Oh crap! For real? I thought. What the fuck? Damn. Alright. I guess we can use that, bring that across the street. Guess we can bring that over. So I don't have a manure bucket. I can't get the exact name for it right now, but I don't have that in the television right now, so we're gonna go grab the front end loader. Use the front end loader to get some manure. Help bring our manure spreader. Where's my front end loader? There we go. Okay. This is the Volvo. This is the Volvo L180H. Volvo L180H. And one of the cool features that I like about the Farming Simulator 25 is that they are they are adding more features on here, such as being able to toggle your steering modes on here. So right now, what mode I'm in right now is I'm in a control mode right now, pretty much. Instead of using the steering wheel, that's why the steering wheel ain't steering or moving while I'm turning, and I can switch modes on that. Now I'm using the steering wheel. I like to use the arm control better because I feel like the steering and turning is much smoother and not too harsh when I'm actively doing work. Makes stuff much smoother when I'm handling cargo and such products. Grab this manure real quick to fill up our manure bin. Yeah, that. Probably need to go ahead and feed the cows too as well. It's in the fridge. So during this live video, I pretty much be bouncing around a lot of different activity modes. This is why, okay, it worked, but barely. I'm barely over the damn bin. I'm about to hit it. Get the job done. Not that much manure, but I'm thinking about doing a pass by the cow bin. About doing a pass by the cows and grab some more manure from the cows. Grab some more manure by the cow bin. Grab some more manure from the sheep. Not really that much. I expect it to be much more because more cows are more producing, more actively producing. And they ate that food at the quick spot. Yeah, everything that you see right now is literally decorated custom built, custom modified. Everything that you see is custom. It's not game, it's not, what's the word I want to say? I would say pretty much to explain it, that what you see now with the map and everything, with pretty much the whole scenery, it's not made by the game itself. Everything is custom. I think I got it live on there on YouTube on my channel somewhere on there. Me customizing, unless I did a tour. I'm pretty sure you guys didn't probably want to see that. It's very time consuming. The game is very time consuming, and it's not very that much entertainment. But this is what I love to do. This is what I love to do. I like to show, like to play. Till then, I'll just be a little hobby. My subscribers start subscribing, fuck with the content, whatever content y'all suggest to do with you, let me know in the comments. At this point, I might as well go ahead and communicate and talk to you. You know what I'm saying? Might as well go and communicate and talk to you guys. What kind of content should I do? I really don't know what game I should play. I really don't know what's out there right now. I do like to do horror reaction games. I like to give my reaction to horror games. My reaction is so fucking OP, bro. I have you laughing out your chair on BD. But take a quick spin and well, actually, since they are done, I'm gonna go ahead and get this out of here. Start on the field 3. Yeah, we gonna grow some radish. That is waiting on seasonal growth. I really want to grow some wheat. I like to grow wheat. I love to grow wheat. That's my favorite thing to That's my favorite thing to grow on here, bro. I'm big. I like to grow wheat on here, man. I feel like it's just common to use, and I could also store it in my I can store it. Oh, let me look at the name of it. What this shit is. I can just. Yeah. How long it is? I can also store it in my silos. My silo bins. My silos, I can store it in my silo bins. That's why I really like to grow my wheat. I can just store it at my home base, at my farm. I have to drive at designated areas for certain products, certain products. Pretty much sell it or store it. Not necessarily store it, but just to get it off the property where I can't store it here. And some things I can't store in my silos. I can't store it in my silos. What else can I do with it? That's done. I'm waiting on him to say cool. I'm just park it. Just gonna park it up there. I love saying the word BD. Y'all done got me on that shit heavily. On BD. Okay, cool. Alright. This is the pumpkins? I can't even pronounce that motherfucker shit. This what feeds the animals and stuff like that. Right now what we got in here food is mineral food. That's mineral food. I haven't really been adverse with the crops and all that because it's like it requires different specified equipment for that, and I don't have a lot of equipment for it, but I made it. And it looked like, what the fuck? What? How the fuck? Food, 0 food, but it ain't letting me, what the fuck? It ain't letting me, it's not letting me, get the food out. Tip. What? Tip. Hey, right back. Right back. What the fuck? Oh, wait. It's not letting me feed them right. Why they not producing that much shit? What the fuck is going on? I want wheat? Man, I can't give them no mineral? That mineral shit is not like, I guess something they can just eat on, I guess. They gotta eat on some other food. Oh man. I don't put all this fucking mineral in this damn thing. I can't even do that. What the fuck, bro? Get it, bro. Fuck. Alright. We gonna put this shit right here. Alright, man. Damn. We gonna have to, I gotta feed my cows and my animals real quick. I know what my fucking do. I kinda low-key, get the step in it. Everything. Matter of fact, actually, I know the deal. Alright. These damn switches, bro. That'd be cool right there. It. Wait, that ain't for that. Oh man, shit. I really mainly use this to load up, stock up food, and pretty much stock up. I can show you guys what I'll be using this equipment for. Mainly use this equipment mainly for the food stock up. This stuff right here, that being bags. I use that for that. That's what we use the telehandler. Use the telehandler real quick. Hey, what the? Cause I'm tripping on BDs. Wait, what? Wait, huh? Going good, bruh. Appreciate you, bro. Going good and everything. Chilling. Put my commentary on my videos once. Do a little bit of commentary on it. I just be playing the game and not saying. Not giving y'all no insights on what the fuck I'm doing on here, on what is what. Shout out to you though, bro. I got a lot of shit. I got a lot of shit to do on here, bro. God damn. Why is it not letting me take that, bro? Hold on, man. What? BD. On BD. Hold on, man. That's not cool, bro. But It won't let me use the telehandler. And it sure ain't using. And it sure, hold on. What's this name of this equipment? Hold on. What the hell is that? Oh, okay. Front end loaders. That's a front. Oh shit. It's not letting me use the front end loader on the case. I don't think it's also not letting me use the attachment or what I think I bought it specifically for on the telehandler rack. Telehandler. Oh, I'm lame. I'm slow. Alright. So since we got the other, what the hell is that? What is that called? Look at that real quick. Hold on. The forage mixer. The other forage mixer is that motherfucker's full mineral food. Man, I gotta go put some hay, some grass up into this one. Okay, cool. Alright. Oh my god. I burning back. Bro. Alright. We got, I don't know why the fuck he's saying that, but that shit dumb as fuck. It take grass too, and straw. I don't know why it's saying it ain't nothing inside of it. I'd be damned if I had to go unfill this damn mixer, bro. I'd be damned if I have to, bro. Man, I ain't wasting time on shit like this, bro. I swear. Unload in here. Ain't gonna be proper. Can't be proper. Or one did let. That's gonna get all over here. Over let. If it ain't let, if it ain't let me, it's not gonna do it proper. I'm gonna have to. I'll do what I know real quick. No, I ain't got time for it to prolong what I'm trying to do. Any fuck ups, cause I don't know my equipment. Put this back real quick. Fuck it, I'm just gonna have to unload again. I'm gonna have to unload the mixer, bro. I'm PD. Okay, let's wrap this shit up. Shit, bro. Damn! Hey, y'all ain't see that. Nah, man, it's the air can nice and tight. And realistic as possible. Low-key parked it to the side, but my 88 Jeep like won't let me get it. I gotta park it where I gotta put this shit back right up. going through that. I like to keep the farm very organized as me personally. So the fields are done seeding. Okay, we need to try to get that manure eventually, so we can fertilize these damn fields. I'm trying to get rid of fucking animals. I'm hoping for the best here. I'm hoping I should be able to build manure. Basically, it's different methods of pretty much fertilizing. I like to use manure because it's pretty dope. Real shit activities on real farming similar activities. You don't see manure this shit after we got done seeding. Iron on manure. You first need alright, cool. That. This manure gonna run out quick as fuck. That's one thing about it though. Is it manure in the field? It's fucking not, bro. It's not at all. Is it? It's 100% fertilized. Okay, cool. Alright, shit, cool. We use this fertilizer some other time whenever we need it. I mean, the manure bin. It was already fertilized. We don't need to fertilize our fields with manure right now. I figured out what's gonna happen. But yeah, bro, everything that you see over here in this farm, over here in this other section, is literally decked out and mentally blueprinted by me, bro. Literally. I'm so P with this shit. I'm idiot. You're not gonna find this map nowhere else because I made it. And I got it where it's level based. There's two different levels, two different ground levels. See. Alright, so this is that right there. I do need to go ahead and cheat real quick. I'm gonna go ahead on the grass and cheat. I wonder should I create? Oh, let me see something real quick. I'm feeling a little bit like God mode right now. I like to create things. Let me try to create a path. I wonder how would that path look if I made it going into the section of the shit like that. Start out with some dirt field. I'm gonna start out with some dirt first. I wonder. Just wonder if I could do that. I mean, I know I can do that, but I wonder what it look nice though if I do that shit. Oh, man, not on while you. Shit, I'm about to on in a couple seconds. It is. Ooh. I probably can get rid of that pole for being right there in the middle. But how was that wood though? Driving up on the side like that. Low key look kind of. Like it blends in, fits in, like it could be there. Yeah. Instead of going all the way around, man, I like doing that. I like that low key pathway a little bit I just made. Low key feeling that hard. What if I'm driving over here for okay? I'm about to go park this combine, and it's not a combine, that's a combine. Probably go park this machinery over here, bag up until I got it. A decent, alright. I'm gonna have to unload this, bro. I'm gonna have to, bro. I'm gonna have to unload this shit, bro. Dang. That sucks because I don't wanna just have product, just land shit everywhere. One dump it though. That's gonna unload. This actually gonna be performed here. Knew that. Knew it. But where should I dump it at? I mean, I got nowhere to dump this shit at. Or should I dump it in here? Should I dump it in here? I could. Man, I got stuff in there already. Where's where I dump this? I guess I could dump it inside. Dump it on the side, fuck it. I could always manipulate it though. Maybe. It looks so tacky. I want to do what the fuck we gotta do right now. I will have to take them other bales out the other mixture. Other car right now. Guess we can just start some jobs, but shit up doing growing season games to be like all God take care of shit. Find somebody. I just make sure all real good. I need another day though. I do need another day. I can't wait, bro. If I can fucking go beach, I can wrap it up. Use another more equipment, different equipment to get that activity on the channel. I never did that before. One time I can buy a apartment simulator. Hey, you. That's how the over your milk. Man, I got plenty trailers, bro. I got plenty trailers. I know you, hold on, lady. Hold on. Right back. Back, left back. I know you fucked the line. Oh, okay, I'm about to say. You won't let me unload and feed them, bro. There's a big one. Chickens, the hungry honestly don't even feed them that often. I wonder how much food that is. They got 26,100 26. Nah, that won't sound right. I said it right. That, alright. I don't think that we can do it now. Oh. Wait. Loki just keep this bad boy over here, but I really don't need to keep using it because it don't got that reach that I need. I'll keep it over here. I gotta keep putting shit up every time I get done using it. Take a look. Alright, cool. I know these cows. I know these pigs ain't hungry. Yeah, they got plenty of food. I ain't got no straw though. I wonder how do I feed them straw? How do I feed y'all straw? Let me see something real quick. Even if I do, I hope, I'll be damn. Let me save it real quick. Just in case it don't work out, it don't be there still. I'm about to go try to use the other mixer. I'm gonna go use that mixer. Previously before the other mixer. But it's not reading it as straw, but I got bales in it. So I really gotta get straw for this shit. But it says it takes that. I got this one right here. It takes fucking straw and grass. And material food. And I forgot the other ones. Mix hay and straw together. I don't know why the fuck I'm doing. Maybe it's not the processing either. So I gotta come over here and unload this shit. I guess I can unload it. Guess I could just unload it inside. We gotta turn out most of it right quick. Alright, we're gonna unload it here. It's not even bringing this shit towards it though. Fuck this, man. Oh my god. I'm get at it right now. Hey, look at that. Maybe I would have to push it into the beetle. It's not. I hate this one, bro. I really do, so I really hate this. Shit, dude, got funny. We're only gonna have to use that. This one. Oops. I know the material for you. Damn, my shit feels too wild. Oh my god. That ain't gonna work. That's not gonna work. try this one. Hopefully it'll work. Hopefully I'll be able to push it in. Say swear to God, I never knew that. You can use, bruh. You can use, bruh. Hold on. You can use the forge. What? I thought you had to use a specific tool for this shit. Man, I had to use the whole fork for that shit. That's meant to pick up pallets. That does make sense. I guess put it on there. Alright, man. Hold on, man. Come on. Can't beat that ass, bro. I got it pushed all the way in, bro. I don't know what this damn machine, bro, because you see the gears, you see the system, the operating system inside of the damn, the mixer that is rolling. It's rolling, it's pushing it into the feeder, and it's not fucking feeding into it. I don't get this shit, bro. I'm about to sell it. Get it. You useless at this point. Get it. Let me play this up real quick. Why the fuck do it do that? Oh, what's the whole point? Oh my god. That's it. That's irrational as fuck. Yeah, this is a forage mixer, I guess. It's a forage mixer. Wagon blends silage, hay, material, feeds, and straw into the total. So what the fuck? It's a forage mixer. It's a forage mixer, of course, but you should still be able to use it, even if it's not foraged. Forage is a mixing process between hay and grass. But I don't know. Is it really that lyrical? Is it really that lyrical? Is it really that lyrical though? Like literally though, bro. For it to be able to work, I gotta forage and shit. How else I'm gonna put hay in there? Somebody gonna be like, lyrical is not a word. I'm gonna look that shit up if it's a word. Lyrical. Wait.
Lyrical.
I must be using my words wrong. Let's go check shit. You know how people be like, you're so, what's the word? How I'm trying to say this shit? Or technical? Yeah. Is this shit really that technical? Or I gotta forge it? I had to forge it to be able to. Interesting. So what's gonna happen if I do buy some motherfucking hay? Is it gonna work? I hope it does. I hope this shit really work, bro. I'm really. Damn, man. I gotta drive all the way up here to get this work. Man. I really want to put some hay in there. I haven't put no hay in that junk at all. Stop loading. I'm fucking with this pathway though. I ain't gonna lie. Straight up onto the road. We gonna see. think lyrical and technical have similarities in the same meaning, but that's doesn't. It has some similarities in it, lyrical and technical. Like describing like a person as okay. Let's use a example. A person that's taking something personal or serious. Like, why are you so lyrical about this shit? You know, that would sound right to say in that meaning of context, but I'm gonna look at you stupid. What is he talking about? Baby. I hope this really works, bro. It better work, bro. I'm gonna have to pull this shit out. I hate to have to do that because I don't know how to use the damn quick. Better work on BD. I'm gonna get real upset. So what the fuck? How else? I don't get it, bro. I had to look that up on YouTube then. Cause I'm trying to put hay into my I'm trying to put hay into the pig bin. The pig pen. The bin. Alright. If this shit don't work, I'm gonna get on live. Oh god. Wait till the crops are done. We be back when the crops are done. Oh! Okay, now it's at 100% now. Oh, wow. Okay. This motherfucker takes straw, not grass, I guess. But they're saying you can mix both. I guess you can't just use that as to spread grass. It's like, it's grass. You can't just spread. Okay, it makes sense now. Okay, I'm stupid. You can't just spread the damn grass out. So what we about to do now is that is technical. I take this out. I take this out and take the rest of the motherfuckers out. Man, I have to take those out over here. With this seller. Like doing all that shit right now. God. You can take these out. And we're gonna set this shit to the side right here. Alright. So, okay, cool. Alright, bet. So now we possibly. Damn, I had to go buy some more hay because I had to put hay also into my my cow pen too as well. I'll just get a whole rack. Cause I know how to be back. I'm gonna be back to go get some more. I'm just gonna have to do this on deck right now. Unless I really just sit up here and just stock this bitch clean up like overfill it. Just far around like a dummy. Oh shit. That won't be able to work. Well, actually, okay, cool. Alright. Oh, no kidding me. No fucking shitting me. You can hatch it from the front too? I didn't even think it had a hitch point. It's just so covered. I didn't even think it had a hitch point in the front. It's so covered. Now I know that. Alright, we about to try to get. Oh. Did we save it? We saved it. We saved it, we saved it. Yo, just go ahead and stock this shit up so I can use the most as I can get right now, so I don't have to keep taking trips. I hate to have to make trips too many times. That shit on my simulator around that. Yeah, man. Yeah. Baby. On BD. Fuck time out. On BD. Fuck time out. BD. Alright. Alright, we got the straw in this bitch. We out. Alright. Ah, crap. You fucking dick. He's a dick, man. I don't really care about the professionalism right now at this point. I'm just trying to get this shit done. Don't fall out no more. No more. Don't fall out no more. I did not know you can use pallet forks to use as bale forks. Yeah. Let's go ahead and open that up real quick so we can get them to sit down low. I'm trying to use the most of this product. They should have made a bigger one. That'd be nice to have a bigger one on here so you can get it nice and full. $9,000 if I'm reading it right. It's 9,000 L. 9,000 milliliters. That's liquid, I think, right? Literally this is liquid. Liquid form. I wonder what the 9,000 L mean. 9,000 pounds? 9,000 ounces of hay? Or what? Don't fall out, bro. Please, bro. We almost at the goddamn farm, bro. We almost at the second farm, man. Oh, that bale is itching to fall out. Get back in there, right? That bale is itching to fall out, bro. Yeah. Oh, we got this other one. Oh, shit. Oh, shit, right here. I do like this little path, though. Okay, we should be good now. Guys, finally I can put some hay in here. But this hay is going to be used, I think it can be used for food and as their bed. So their health can be up. Health is that fucking good. Wait, what? Well, they should have come by. Nah, nigga, nah. Y'all just literally just said I can do that, bro. What's the matter? The fuck? Wait, huh? see something real quick. I could just put it down here. I can put this right here. Nope. I wonder why the hell that pops up. Alright. Oh, it is taking the straw. It's like a slow, okay, it's like a slow process. This whole time, I was wasting time trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. I ain't even need to, bro, I ain't even need to put the shit, the straw in the mixer, bro. I can just pull it up and beat it. Bro, we gonna, I should have spread that motherfucker in there, though. I should have just go ahead and, I mean, that's what it's used for. Why not? Why I can't do that? The fuck? Let's compact this shit. Let's turn on this mixer. Hold on, unload here. Wait a minute. Alright, unload here. Would that actually work? Would that actually work though? I don't think that fucking works, to be honest. Wait. Slurry straw 9. Unload here. 923. Yeah, it's still at the same straw. Okay, cool. But I wonder what the fuck. Interesting. Alright, we're gonna do the old fashioned way. We're gonna do this. Damn, so that's I be thinking it's not processing, it's not taking it, but the whole time it is. It just it's a new this Farming Simulator 25. The shit is different than 22 and shit like that. I could just set these here. I could just set them near and beat them. And bitches are gonna eat away. See? We're gonna load it up. Different. That's what's up. The whole time, man, I did not know that. Bro, it's eating the fuck out that hay. I ain't gonna have enough for cow. We have to make a stop back at the dealership, at the market, to buy more hay. Cows. Right now, this is all going to be. I mean, what's the whole point of using this shit then? If it's not gonna read it as okay, that looks really nice now. That looks really nice now. First it was just straight concrete. Alright. So we got 45,000 wait. Yep, 45,000 liters of hay, I guess. Yes. That must be full where it's not taking them long. I can go ahead and put that last hay bale. Put that last hay bale. Oh shit! Y'all ain't see that. Y'all did not see that. I wonder. I don't think so. If anything, you need to have hay all day. All that grass. That's just for mixing sideways together. It's got 1% of the haze. Oh, why did it take it away? Only could I just set this in here too as well and maybe why did I do that? I don't think that happened. I don't think that was like that. But I also looking at it, I don't got 7% manure, got 93,400 slurs. Okay, the cow's health is actually going up now. It used to be at 0, now it's 21. Gotta figure out what meadow meal do. Then I find what mildew is. That's cows on me. I don't know. They kind of good though. My bad, bro. Come here, real quick. Come here, bro. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end it here until I come back on live and until my crops are done growing, we'll be going to keep that on live harvest. I'll leave this here, so eventually they're gonna eat that up. I'll be active. Alright, yeah. You know.